Now let me see. Now you from Columbus. How do you end up in the ATL? And when did you go down there and why?
My partner, Robert Hodo, and you may have heard that name. He's a pastor here in Atlanta, but he was just like me in '79. He was trying to make it. He had just got released from a good job up here in Columbus, and we were both young cats. I was married at the time. I got married at a young age, and I had two daughters. But he moved to Atlanta just to Atlanta was happening then in '79, and he had family down here, and he felt he could get a good start down here, which he did. He came down here and he was telling me, Greg, you gotta get down here, man. This is where it's at, man. You can do your art thing down here. But I was married with two kids, but the marriage was kind of rocky, and it was I was having problems with my marriage, and so he was doing really well. So he got on at AT&T and then he was doing some other things, but he had a love for the art and stuff too. So he wanted to put together a T-shirt shop or a tattoo shop. So he kept calling me and said, "Man, we can make some money down here, man. You just come down here with the art thing. I'm putting some money together, man. We get us a shop." Okay. My marriage went sour. I finally ready to go, get out of Columbus. I came down here in '83. Me and him got it rolling. Robert Hodo eventually married Sharon Benjamin. Sharon Benjamin is Andre Benjamin's mom, Andre 3000. And so that's how it wasn't because of my skills so much as the fact that I knew Andre since he was like about 2 years old. Wow. He would come home to the apartment and be so fascinated. I set up a drawing board and stuff in the apartment. We stayed out here in Stone Mountain. So that's what I've always Stone Mountain has always been where I've been in Atlanta. So he stayed out here in Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain was really nice then, and that's when people wanted to, you got a nice apartment. You wanted to move to Stone Mountain. Nice. That's what all the nice apartments were. But Andre would come over, and he was really always was fascinated with my art, Robert, Sharon, they had their ins and outs, but they finally got married when Andre was like in his teens. And so I'd always see Andre. Always, he knew me, called me Uncle Greg, and that's how I got that. But there's still another connection. In Columbus, I was doing artwork for William Pablo Davis, who was one of the bigger producers in R&B at that time. In fact, he did Midnight Star. He did the Deal. The Deal produced L.A. and Babyface. And before I left Atlanta, I was doing the commercial art for them. I was doing logos. I did logos for Quincy Jones, the Quest label, Solar, Dick Griffey, the Solar label. They had all Solar was like the West Coast Motown. They had all the groups of Shalimar and the Whispers, and they had lots of the big name Gregory. But I was doing work for them right there in Columbus. That's where Pablo's office was. But Pablo, he managed Midnight Star, RJ's Latest Arrival, Sugar Hill Gang. Everybody. He was a big name in the music industry. So when I came to Atlanta, I had some hookups on doing work for a lot of the promoters and stuff he knew. And that's why I came on to Atlanta, because I had a connect down here. Little to be known that Andre would sign with LaFace.
Wow.
When he started rapping. It was just coincidental. It was coincidental. So you know, it was destined that I guess I would do that at Aquemini, and that's where most of my recognition come from, people knowing me, because that album just touched everybody. I mean, I've done interviews with people over in Europe that white guys over in Europe that are into hip hop and stuff, and you know, it's just like it's been wild. It's been wild.
That's amazing because, like you say, Outkast, man, that's some people's favorite rap group in the world.
A lot of people say that, man. A lot of people say that's their favorite. A lot of people tell me it's their favorite album cover. I'm touched with that.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So out of that, all they album covers, Aquemini is definitely probably number one. So it's like that's you made a contribution to something so iconic